Hello, and welcome to another episode of Diatonic Dissection, where we crack open music to see what makes it tick. In this video, we'll be looking at music for two-player results from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which serves as the soundtrack to the real-time destruction of your friendships. If you want the sheet music for this video as well as all my other ones for free, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/diatonicdissection. There's a link down below to save you trying to spell it out. Let's get started. The tempo is 125 BPM and the key is G major. There are only 3 chords for section A, and they are G over D, D and G6 over D. We're hitting an interpretation early in this video. The continually held D in the bass note of the chords reminds me of various pieces of organ music from churches and composers like Bach, so with a simplification of the melody, we can put it into that vein. Sadly, as I don't own a proper church organ yet, I don't have access to a drone note, so I had to hold down the bass note with my little finger while making the chords. As far as I can tell, the melody has been written in the Lydian mode so that the 4th note, C, is sharpened. The only reason I think that this is the case is because all of the C's are sharpened, but the key is G. Here is the melody in the Lydian and then in the normal Ionian mode with chords. The version in the Ionian just sounds weird. Anyway, here is the main melody on its own on guitar, along with the second main melody part, which is repeating the main melody while the first one is playing some held notes. Counterpoint is fairly simple and plays primarily in response to the main melody. The main thing to be careful of is a quick 16th note run that involves chromatics, etc. The first 2 extra melody parts are playing the same rhythm, and the notes are a third part. This is also where we'll have this section's theory segment, as it is between the main melody and the chords, as the extra melodies are pretty much the same. If you want just the performance video, then go to the timestamp on screen. If not, let's get into the details. I have included this part purely for the sake of completeness because it is very annoying. It's the same part played over and over and isn't even in the key, alternating between C natural and an A. As it is infuriating and repeats endlessly, I'll just show you a quick excerpt of it. The bass part is doing the same thing that it has done in other tracks with bouncing octaves and the Blackberry rhythm. As before, I play it like fingerpicking on a guitar, otherwise my hands would be knackered. The part remains exactly the same throughout section A, so the video will just be an excerpt. The drums are slightly different as the backbeat is an eighth note behind the 2 and the 4, and it is played on a tom rather than the snare. Like the bass and annoying extra melody part, it all repeats, so this will just be an excerpt. Section B feels like a key change, but I think that may be in part due to the increase in the number of C sharps in parts. This is particularly true for the chords as they are G, F sharp minor, E minor and A. What I have labelled as the main melody isn't much of a melody at first, as it's just a repeating group of 16th notes for 16 bars. After that, it's some ascending notes from D to G. The first counterpoint part is much like that of section A, as it plays in response to the main melody, but then it is harmonising with it. The new counterpoint part is playing its own thing entirely, but it does interact with the main melody and first counterpoint at the end as it plays on the beat, while the other two are playing at different times. This is where the theory bit will be, so if you want to go to the performance, just go to the timestamp. The same thing is happening in section B with all of the extra melody parts. 1 and 2 are playing in harmony with a slightly more syncopated rhythm, and the third is playing that incredibly annoying part again. The extra melody part reminded me a bit of the trumpet that you might hear in Latin or mariachi music, so I went with the prior option, and here it is. The bass is doing the same rhythm as before, but you do actually get to play some more notes. The drums are mostly playing the same part as before, but the final bar has a different rhythm, so the clip will just be the last 5 bars, 2 repeats of the part, and then the final bar. And that's it, 40-ish seconds of music stretched beyond recognition into however many minutes of analysis. If you want the sheet music for this video as well as all my other ones for free, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Diatonic Dissection. There's a link down below to save you trying to spell it out. Thank you for watching if you're still here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!